Yo guys, what's happening? we got an infiltrator. Let me see if I can show you guys. Can you see that? Yeah. Just some problems, you know. She's refusing to leave. Yeah, some technical issues is right. It's yeah, she won't leave.
What?
Phoebe, come on.
What? Did I just see?
I take her. Oh, she's gonna bite you.
Right, we're good, chat. We're good, boys. We're good. It's crotch cam. Yeah, should be alright. Yo, folks, what's happening? How's everyone doing? Guys, we have no music. I've just realized. What type of stream is this? Do you know what we need? We need a bit of hang on. Before I say my hellos. My hellos. We're gonna turn on some what I would like to call some music. I hope no, this is not gonna be too loud. We'll figure it out. Let's go! Yes! Chat! What is happening? How is everyone doing? BDZ with the tier 1 sub for 5 months with the resub. Welcome back, Z. Thank you so much, man. How are you doing? Whoa, guys. What is the story? What is happening? Hope you guys had a good week. Had a good weekend too, obviously. Saturday, Sunday was a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed VDC and DVC. What's happening? Kian, Emil, Samzu, Taco, Andrew. Is it Secret to winning comps? Yeah, the cat. She's just fantastic. Inferno, what's the story? Motion, what's happening? You just had the same problem. Hornet, what's up? Bola, what's up? Samzu, again. VFX King, I'm doing good. Thank you so much, man. Roman, thank you so much. I'm doing good, my guy. Brendan. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it, man. Let's pull this way. We don't need that as close. What's up, Keen? I'm doing good, man. Thank you so much, dude. No, don't worry about it, Z. It's all good, my man. Balta, Jonathan. Thank you, Jonathan. Jonathan, we have to get in touch soon. We have to finish up the cars, my man. I hope you have a bit of time because I've got a few commissions for you. Vittori, what's up? Nice to see you here. Inferno, man, it's good, man. Big boost, bulk. Your Twitch link on YouTube is broken. Is it really? Hey, cat, get away. Is it broken? What's wrong with it? The first one doesn't work. Okay, I have to fix that for next time. Alright, man, we can talk later. Sounds good, Jonathan. Sounds good, man. Twitch link is broken. Interesting. Okay. Right, guys. Congrats on the 2-time VDC champ, bro. I was massive. Thank you so much, Lizam. Thank you so much, man. You did a great job as well on Mandela, by the way. You qualified. Where'd you qualify? Top 3, was it? You qualified 3rd, right? I think that was that your best qualifying session yet? Hey, Alan, drift, please. We will get to it soon. Okay, guys. The plan for today's stream. Okay. So what I want to do for the stream is, and I've been kind of thinking of structuring the Wednesday streams a little bit more. So we have the open session, right, for you guys to join in. But I want to make it a bit more educational because I feel, honestly, me just driving for 2 hours is kind of boring. You know, like, I find it boring. And I don't think it's that entertaining. You know, I can't sit and watch a guy for 20 minutes drive, in my opinion, Guy Ogard. I can't even watch Alana drive for 5 minutes, okay? Ban Alana, hashtag ban Alana. So what the plan is, we're going to try something a little bit different. We're going to try and make the, try and help you guys out with track loads and stuff. We can go a bit further with this down the line, but we'll try it for now. We'll see how we get on. If you guys like it and you want to see more, we'll do more of it. But right now, we have Mondello Park on the server. the track that we had from last Saturday, and we're going to do a quick kind of, we might spend an hour doing it while you guys are driving. We're going to do some looking through of track layouts and how to figure them out, right? How to make sure that you're improving and making the most out of the track and doing what you need to do to do a good job. It's one of the most difficult things actually, is figuring out a track layout. I mean, I suppose the one that comes to mind is Bicker Nicky. That's probably one of the hardest tracks to actually do correctly. It is one of the tracks that's easy to drift, but to master it requires a lot of know-how, and considering I've did quite well in qualifying there and Mondello and stuff, I should be able to share some of my tips and tricks to help you guys a bit out and kind of walk it through. So we'll turn on the steering wheel first of all, let it do its calibration thing. Yeah, hopefully feel free to ask questions as well in chat, guys, when we're doing this. And if any of you are in server driving at that time, we'll have a look at what you're doing and how you're getting on as well. I think I might drive the GT86, guys. By the way, if you want to join the server, !server if you want to join. You can find a Mondello track. Oh, that's not something we don't have in the Discord actually. So yeah, feel free to join the server, guys. I feel like this stream has started off way too good. Like, it started off way too nicely. But it didn't really start off as planned because the cat was in the way, right? So that was a bit of a delay. But I feel like I'm forgetting something. What's up, Kubasan? How you doing, my man? So yeah, what we're gonna do is actually, what should we do first? Should we do a lap? The problem is we can't look at the replay camera, which would be nice. So maybe we have to do a balance in the future where we have a look from the replay side in single player and then go into join the public session. But the point is that I should be able to watch you guys drive as well. Okay, I think what we'll do is, first of all, let's fly around the track, right? Oops. Oh, I just pressed the wrong... Oh, what did I press? I pressed the wrong key. Oh, scroll lock is what I wanted to press. So let's turn some stuff off here. I think there's some people driving around already. Little buzzy man. Okay, first thing we're going to do before we get driving... let's have a look at the start line. So this is the start line of Mondello track. We're just going to take our little flight over here with our drone camera. I feel like I should probably drive the track first of all. But anyway, this is Mondello Park. This is my local, not really. It's 2 hours away from me. But this is a racetrack that I've competed on. And this particular track layout here, this back section as we call it, the back track. We don't really get to drift on this that often, honestly. Drift days, we never usually drifted on this track in real life. Only until in the last year or two, really. Or year or two. We've done nothing in the last year or two. Last 2 to 4 years we've kind of done something on it. So the very first competition I did, a national series in Ireland, was on this track layout. And the difference was that we actually used the cut through right there. So we would go around that left-hander. Is that left? No, that's right. Around this left-hander. And then we would transition into this cut through and finish off right there, right? But VDC followed the Irish Drift Series track layout, which is obviously goes on a bit further and finishes off over there. So, anyway, let's have a quick look at the track. Let's see what you guys have to do to maximize it. So first off, we start off in the chicane where the yellow S15 is right there. I don't know who's driving that. But we've got a start line chicane. Generally, guys, when I go through chicanes, I try to make it as less of a turn as possible. People say, oh, you know, it's supposed to slow the lead car driver down, but you don't want to go through there too slowly because it could ruin your momentum into the first corner. That's Charlie and Johnson. As you can see, Charlie actually maximized the track width there. You put a wheel on the yellow line, which technically speaking is a bit too wide. You want to stay on your side of the track. So, for example, if we're going into this first corner here, and this is the general rule for all tracks, so we'll probably end up kind of leaving this as a generic thing. But as you can see, we've got the full width of the yellow line, and you're allowed on the left-hand side as a lead driver. If you go over that yellow line and there's contact from, you know, the chase driver, it'll be deemed your fault as a lead driver, right? So try not to cross that. As you can see, Rolling Twins is going in there doing what he needs to do. He's actually driving the track layout right now, which is actually a very smart thing to do, can I add. Driving a track layout when you haven't driven it before is a super smart thing because it allows you to kind of get your bearings and kind of get it figured out. Who's this coming in there right now? We've got Charlie going in there. Charlie doing a great job initiating any. He just decided to Alt F4. So anyway, we've got this first clipping point. Now this first clipping point, guys. This one, I feel this clipping point is a little late. You have to initiate super early. And the problem is, you don't want to concentrate on this clipping point too much. You have to make sure that you're out wide, like what Charlie is. But as you can see, when you actually fill that full zone, it's very hard to get into clipping point 2. Charlie there in the S15 managed to get clipping point 2, but he received it very late. And if there was contact, technically speaking, it would be the lead driver's fault because he didn't take the smoothest line through the corner, right? Where can you find the Mondello link? The Mondello is should be on VDC Facebook group, Facebook, but I should actually put it into the Discord. Can any of you find a link for, I suppose, Lana? Maybe you might be able to help with that. Guys, are those cars super loud? Let's turn on the cars. Turn them down. We don't need them as loud. Stupid rotaries, man. Stupid rotaries and RBs, super loud. Anyway, so this clip point, you have to be careful. Obviously, you want to be out towards the curb on initiation, but don't be too concerned about it. Concentrate on clipping point 2. Now, at clipping point 2, guys, you do not want to put a wheel over that white line. You want to keep your front wheel on this yellow hash mark, as you see right here. The reason being, if you put a wheel over that white line, you force the chase driver onto the curb. And, yeah, it kind of chokes the chase driver up. It doesn't allow him to transition as smoothly. So, anyway, you want to leave clipping point 2. Obviously, maintaining your speed, maintaining all that gas. And you want to stay, I suppose, if you guys could see, you see the way there's like a grey gradient in the middle of the center of the track. You want to stay on the left-hand side of it over here. That's what I found was best for me. Now, you don't want to be out here towards the white line. Because what happens is you choke the chase driver out. And the judges don't like that. And it's not fair for the chase driver either. So when you go through that inner clipping point, you want to make it out towards the grey. Maybe have your back wheels, guys, in the center of the grey gradients. Rolling Twins is probably a little left there. You could have gone a tad wider. And when you transition, who's this? This is that's Racer Harry. Racer ran a bit wider. Oh, someone's gone off into the gravel, the GTR, and he's now going flying off into the grass. And he's now 4 wheels has disappeared off the car. Oh, he's gone. Okay, never mind. Who is that? We missed that person. Going in here. Is this Johnson? Little tad tight on the inner clip. Not too bad. Oh, pretty good, Alex. Yep, that was actually spot on. That's pretty much spot on, actually. So as you can see, tire lines are starting to disappear. But who's this? Charlie's probably a bit too left. We manages to make it work. That's pretty sweet, actually. So as you can see, the line that Charlie took through there meant that he got to this clipping point a little early. You can see by the tire lines, right? And to be honest, that's not actually a bad thing on this track layout. So obviously, you know, leaving clipping points late and early doesn't necessarily, in some cases, it's not a good thing, right? Because of course, you're not really filling the zone. Does that make sense? But sometimes you have to sacrifice a clipping point to get another area correct. And so because this area is such a, because this clipping point 3 is such, like, I suppose, not as important as other areas on the track, such as the wall down there, which we'll get to later. Leaving this area slightly early so that you can get over towards the track earlier is actually not a bad thing. Congrats on the 21 championship. Thank you, Cormac. Thank you, my man. Thank you, MZ Noops. What's up? What's up, Falcon? This game is a set of Corsa. Yes, I see it there, yeah. You could say track VDC if you wanted to change it. Like exclamation point track VDC or something. No, it doesn't matter. Actually, it's fine the way it is. Alright, okay. Alright, sorry guys. We got a moderator interruption there. So Charlie getting that outer clip there of 3 quite nicely, out to 4, and you transition towards the wall. Actually, that was perfect, guys. Charlie, thank you for that run. That was actually a perfect display of how to do it. And who's that in the GTR? I can't see the name. Whoever's in that black GTR got her quite well as well. Alex is probably... Alex just about got away with it. The thing is with this area, guys, you have to be careful with your angle. Because if you carry too much angle off of this clipping point, it kind of chokes the chase driver out. And if you carry too much angle here, you're probably going to carry too much angle there. And then you have to do a very fast and snappy transition into this wall here. So what I would say is the smoothest chase run to chase would be to leave this clipping point a tad early. Oh my god, there's so many cars. And then get to this clipping point a tad earlier, which will then give you a lot more room to get into this clipping point 5 up by the wall. Because in reality, this is the most important area of this track, right? So yeah, you want to get to that clip 5 as early as possible. The sooner that you're on the wall, the better. Who's that? That's probably Alex, is it? Let's have a look at some of the runs of people going in there. Who's in the GTR? Oh, that's the S15. The Racer Harry. I'm not very good. Oh, good one, Drifty, man. When are your Pro Drift Academy Accelero guides planned, if they are planned? John, hopefully very soon, my man. Yeah, so Pro Drift are... oh, Jack. Nice one, Jack. That looks pretty sweet. Charlie got hit in the bus. Went towards Alexander and Boa. Noah. Sorry, Noah. Who's this in the RX 7? Looks pretty good. Went towards 4. Leaving 4 tad early there, rolling. And yeah, he had to stretch it out to 5. So as you can see, Rolling had to do a massive handbrake drag to get out to 5 here. Because as you can see, he stayed on 4 tad long, right? Which meant then that when he got to the wall, he wasn't on the wall straight away. He was on the wall like here, right? He was on the wall too late. This is Charlie again in the S15. Charlie looking pretty good. That's almost spot on, Charlie. Well done, man. Jack in the GTR. Jack doing it spot. Actually, Jack has the best approach to that line, to the wall right now, in my opinion. So basically, what I'm saying is, clip 5 is the most important part of this track in reality, right? But it's obviously set up from the point of clip 2. So yeah, it's all about setting yourself up for this corner right here, this clipping point. Oh, big crash. Let's watch a few runs. That's the camera static. What's up, Race Division? Thank you, Aaron. Imagine being a 2-time VDC champ. It's pretty sick. Not gonna lie. I mean, like, at the end of the day, oh my god, my eyes. At the end of the day, when it was battling T-Con, like, T-Con was going to be the back-to-back 2-time champion. He was going to be a Dr. Disrespect. Right? So that would have been even cooler. But, yeah, I think we got off to the season a bit better than T-Con. Is the track load when Josh Drift Games crashed into James? Yeah, pretty much. He crashed into James here, didn't he? Alright, so is this Charlie again? So let's look at Charlie approach again. This time from a static cam. He's leaving 3 early. Got to 4 early. Gets to 5 super early. Yeah, that was really nice. Obviously, I think he back to pitted there. Was this an S15? A bit long on 4 there, Noah. And he has to stretch to get to 5. He actually went into the wall because he was too long on clipping point 4. So that's the point I'm trying to make, guys. If you stay too long on clipping point 4, you're more than likely going to go into the wall. And we can see it, you know, you can see anyone that stays too long at clipping point 4 and even clipping point 3, it's forcing them into the wall here. So this is Alexander. Alexander carrying a bit too much angle there, but actually makes it work really, really good. Frame rates are starting to drop right now. Charlie doing a good job again. Who's that? Drew in his Supra. Who's this coming through right now? It's Noah again. Bit better again, Noah. Good job, man. Who's this in the PS? And then we've got, who's in the RX-7? Rolling, doing a better job that time. Well done, Rolling. That was very good, man. Yeah, I see people are making improvements already. That's sick. Anyway, so let's move on. This wall is fairly self-explanatory, guys, right? Dutch wouldn't work, for fuck's sake. Yeah, so this wall is fairly self-explanatory, right? Obviously, you gotta run it. But be careful, because the wall at this point right here, as you can see, look, it starts to kind of come towards you. So you're running the wall, running, and then you get to the points here where the arc changes, and you actually tend to hit it quite easily. Now, one of the things I suggest to you guys, and and the judges have requested this, is actually to put a wheel on the curb, right? So when you're going around this wall, obviously run the wall as close as possible, but put a wheel on the curb, and that would set yourself up into what clip point is this, guys? 6? Much easier. So let's change camera angle here. Let's go all the way over here. So who's this coming towards us right now? This is Drew. So let's see, does Drew put a wheel on the curb? Just about. Actually, that was pretty nice going in there. Little buzzy man transitioning through. Jack puts a wheel on the curb. Yeah, that worked really nice for Jack. And Alexander too, putting a wheel on the curb. Yes, that's working really good too. So as you can see, the wider that you go here, the easier it kind of sets you up to get into 6, right? I wish it was there, but it's 10 for me. Oh, I know, man. I kind of stream a bit late, but that's due to work and stuff. Last part is the hardest, you think, Gimel? Yeah, it's very easy to run wide, in fairness. So yeah, try to put a wheel on the curb. It sets you up a bit nicer going into the clip 6. Drew actually got that really well, really nice, despite getting hit in the door. So that's a fairly easy thing to look out for. Helps a lot. It gives you more room, and it kind of sets you up in that place. Yeah, Jack doing a really good job. Wow, fantastic job. Well done. A bit wide on the inner there, but I think obviously just be careful, guys. You know, you don't want to stay too wide, because then you'll never make that transition. So I would say stay on the wall, and there's some time marks there already. But you want to stay on the wall maybe to about halfways, right? So can you see my mouse? You can. So from here, from the yellow line to about here, begin to leave the wall from the curb. Move on. Right, so this transition. So the decel zone for this transition, interestingly, was actually after the clipping point. Now, unfortunately, I don't really think it worked like that. From my point of view, I was actually decelling just a tad earlier, because I don't think it was actually possible to decel that late. Jack doing a really good job there. Nice one as well, Lewis. That HynesZ, by the way, guys, is super slow. not by Jack driving, but just in general. Nice one, Charlie. Guys, I'm starting to feel nervous now. I'm giving people a few tips and secrets here, and they're starting to pick it up really quick. Super hype for some good guys. That will show intracapacitor drifting car control, under control. Yeah, John, that will be definitely something down the line. That's not the priority right now when it comes to the training stuff. But yeah, you guys will see soon. You guys will see soon. Kubison, this is a set of Corsair, man. Set of Corsair. You can check it out on Steam. Anyway, so yeah, you want to stay on the wall just a tad longer than on this clipping point. Jack showing a really good example there, actually. Who's this in the GTR? Macaulay. Yeah, doing a pretty decent job. Obviously, he tapped the wall. Oh my god, my mouse is all over the place. He tapped the wall here, so that kind of understeered him. Who's this coming around here now? Who's in the Beamer? Pretty nice and long wall there. Transitions back across. Wow, Marcus. That's pretty nutty. So yeah, you have to be careful. If you don't decel early enough, you will run wide. Unfortunate for you, Rollings. That was looking pretty good. Is this Charlie again in the S15? Looking pretty nice getting into the inner clip. Is this in the Mark II? Is no. Tapping the wall here. We've got Drew as well. Partially Jack understeered there earlier. So anyway, so I think you guys could see there that, you know, people that run wide. So that who was this in the Beamer? Robert. You can see Robert, guys, left that yellow line too early, and it made them reach this clip point too early too, which kind of messed them up getting into here. So you can very see just by watching runs the correct line when someone points it out. So that's why I always say to people to make sure you watch your replays back, because it helps a lot. Forza Pixel with the follow, thank you. Haha Jax with the raid of 2 people, thank you very much, Jax. Welcome to the channel, man. What do you think about VR drifting? VR drifting, I've never tried it personally. I've never done it personally, but I would like to get a VR headset and see what it's like. So, okay, who's this? Nicely onto the curb. Good timing on the transition. Yeah, just a little wide there, Lewis. I think it was just not enough angle to try and get you into the inner clip here. This inner clip, guys, is very difficult. Marcus doing a nice job as well. Or who's that? Who's that? Oh, Shea. Sorry, Shea. I just saw the flag. Marcus as well, and Cormac. Bunch of Irish people in the server tonight. Live fast with the raid of 8 people. Welcome, Live fast. What's up? Hope you had a good stream as well, by the way. So what are we looking at here? Okay, so we got this inner clipping point. And a resub tier 1 as well. Thank you, Live fast. You legend. Was doing some testing for ESDA, was it? Nice. Radio. Nice one, Charlie. Looked pretty good on the inner. So obviously the inner clip point here, guys, is fairly self-explanatory, right? All right. And the finish to the finish line is self-explanatory. I don't think we need to put much detail on it, so maybe we do a few runs here. Ooh, Alexander sending it in. And Shea in the chase with the GTR. Drew and Jack as well doing pretty nice. Obviously, make sure you don't really cut that inner clip too much, guys, because it suggests if you're cutting this clipping point hard, it suggests that your transition point here is wrong. So or you're leaving this point too early. Basically, what I'm saying. Now, if you're finding that you're struggling to get into here, it might be because you're staying too long on the wall here. Okay. So again, this clipping point is set up your exit approach from here, right? So keep that in mind. Righty. Can you compete in VDC without a rig? That's a good question, Jams. I'm not really sure about that one. I know people who use like mouse and keyboard, and they're pretty good. So, I mean, there's nothing stopping you from using like a 270-degree steering wheel or something. Now let's see. The higher we go, the easier it is to make this out. Right. So you guys, what guys? You see? Okay, that's pretty good angle. So JZX100 stays a bit long on the outside, and yeah, so he had to make a correction here because he didn't have enough momentum coming through here, so he had to make a correction which forced him a bit in. Crazy NSD with the follow. Welcome to the channel, my man. Who's this in the beamer? This is probably Alexander, is it? Yeah, it is Alexander with the angle. Noah looking pretty good in there as well, or not? No. Guys, the server is packing right now. Jackie Light going looking good. Robert looking a bit better as well. Guys, you're making improvements. That's awesome. Supra, Drew, your gearing is probably a little short for this area right here. You can hear it on the rev limiter, the SB58. Radio. Radio, guys. I think we should get a few runs in, shall we? Oh, contact! Radio. My frame rates are tanking like dramatically. Wait, do I have a setup for this car? I don't think I do anymore. I did have a setup for this car, but I think I don't know what to like. What I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna do my like generic thing of just what I did to the that's probably a bit high. Let's jack it up. Yeah, my frame rates are tanking badly, guys. Mod link, BeamNG. If you do exclamation point Discord, you can get into the channel. There's a server downloads link channel, and you can get all the download links there. I heard BDC are going electric soon. I'm pretty sure that was a an April Fool's prank, Jams. Like, you know, on April 1st. Let's soften up this bad boy. Let's increase the rear right height again, because I obviously decreased the spring rate. I haven't even driven the car. By the way, this is a bad idea. You should always drive the car before you put a setup on it. But YOLO, I suppose, right? Why not? I'm just putting a quick setup on this. I haven't really put much thought into this, guys. Why does it go so high in the rear in the... and we could add a bit more towing on the rear. So what I'm going to do first of all, guys, I'm going to just drive the track. Right, okay, I think we're good. Sorry, I should have probably put a setup on this before really driving, but anyway. I don't know, guys, if my frame rates are going to be good enough. I might have to disable some stuff, more stuff. Last stream you said IDAs are not load alcohol sponsor. I don't remember. I don't recall saying that. Oh, alcohol. Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to have like alcohol sponsors. Like, I haven't seen it in years. I don't think I've seen it in any like race car. Like, you don't see Martini on Formula 1 cars or stuff like that anymore, you know. What am I looking for? Audio. Server is quite laggy, guys. I should probably... Anyway, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to just drive the track, right? I'm only getting 34 frames per second right now, which is horrendous. So I like to just drive the track first of all, right? And as you can see, just by leaving that clipping point 1 early, it gets you nicely into inner 2. Position out towards clip point 3, leave it early, leave this early here, and look where it sets you up super early. Stay on the wall here, tad long. Position over into the inner clipping points. What my frame rates like, guys? They're quite low. Yeah, I might have to limit server size in the future. So that's why I say to drive the track. Obviously, the track map should be released, right? Or you should see the track map, and that makes a massive difference. Because generally, you wouldn't have that opportunity in the real world to drive the track. So some people, they do drive the track first of all, which is probably not a bad thing, but not everyone has those opportunities. Full Gano with the follow. Winters with the 4 months in a row. Thank you, Winters. Hope you're doing good, man. Oh, this is hard to do with low frame rate, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, this car drives really good. Oh my god. That's not bad. How am I doing on this fine Wednesday? I'm doing good. Andrew, Alan, why are you calling me? Why are you calling me Dad? What's up? Dude, guys, oh my god, the frame rates. I might have to reduce some graphical stuff. When it comes to start light chicane, guys, just line up straight. Don't angle to go through the chicane quicker, because that's kind of shitty, honestly. There's some people that do it in the sim, right? And people do it in real world too. And if someone does it in the sim, dude, I'm calling that motherfucker out. Because it's like if you're good through the chicane, you don't need to angle yourself up to go through there quicker. Like, yeah. With 200% smoke, oh man, it'd be horrendous. How many people are in the server right now? Must be quite a few people, right? Oh, we've got over 20 people anyway. But it doesn't help exactly that I'm streaming, right? Oh, turbo lag. There we go. I thought you drifting that lap. Oh, was that you behind me, Marcus? I mean, I was going to warn people that I was just going to drive, but I was like, well, there's so many people in the server right now, it was probably pointless. Oh my god, I can't even go through the chicane, there's so many cars. So chat, let's kind of have like a, what track would you like to see next? Obviously, I don't want to go through like 50 tracks today because that means I'll have nothing to do in another stream, right? Or maybe we'll just stay on this track for most of the night. Where'd you find the VDC Cars? Oh, that's a good question actually, it's been a while. If you check out my Discord, there should be a link to them there. I hope that that link is still valid, otherwise we'll have to re-upload them. What's up, Evelia? What's up? I'm doing good, I'm doing good. Injured sounds are so good. The sounds are like hit and miss. So some sounds sound really good, and some of them are a bit iffy. Oh. This car is very easy to drive. Super short as well. It's nice to transition actually. Or W Spy a Jamaican. There's quite a few in the server at the moment, I think actually. Jamaicans. Ibisu Minami, without jumping off, without letting off the gas. You're gonna clear the wall. You're gonna jump over that blue wall through the grandstand. Into the inner clip nicely. Put the wheels out into the grey gradients. Up towards 3, transition through 4. Running the wall! On the wall! Reset here into the inner clipping point. Oh, I just let off the gas a tad early there. For drifting on a DD wheel isn't ideal. Do you have experience with other wheels you can compare to? Yeah, so I have a Thrustmaster T300 and I had a T500 before that. And before that I had like a Fanatec 911 Turbo S wheel. Now I don't know why people say the DD wheel isn't ideal, because I've had no problems with it. No, this is a stepper motor one. This isn't like a top of the line direct drive wheel. So maybe the smoother motors might be harder to set up, and maybe that's why people say they aren't as ideal. But I literally have zero problems with this. If anything, it's way better than what I had before. Oh, that was really nice. I'm doing that actually way better than what I was doing in the S15. You think I'm using the S13? I'm actually using the GT86 right now. Driftmaster's one. Might go to copy for you in a minute. Jams with the follow on Twitch. Welcome, my man. Milk and Air with the follow. Fuligano, I think we called you out earlier. We'll give you another shout out. Obviously, you want to try and keep on as much gas as possible, guys, and only handbrake after the transition. Oh, nicely to the inner clip and out towards the wall. On the wall! Can you join? You can. Pre-exclamation point server if you want to join. I'm using NeckFX. I am. Do you have Alana sitting next to me? She's not sitting next to me, but she's in the same room, correct? How do you join a server? Do you exclamation point server if you want to join? In the chat. How long have I drifted? In real life, I've been drifting since 2009. In the sim, I've been, or on video games since, what, Need for Speed Underground 1, so 2005 or something. Frame rates are really hard for me right now. I don't know if they're like what they're like for you guys, but they're hard for me. So I might just back out and lower down some stuff, but I have a feeling I'll lose my slot. But we'll try it anyway. If you want to check out my NeckFX settings, I have a video on my YouTube channel. What is after transition when you get to full? What is after transition? Get on. Sorry, I don't catch what you mean, Emil. Song is sick. I'm gonna lower down as much of my graphical stuff as I possibly can. So, okay, so what's next? I think we should just do some runs, shall we? I might give some tips on chase driving, actually. That's probably a good point. This track is a little bit unique when it comes to chasing. Oh yeah, let's turn that off. I don't think this is really going to help me out too much, unfortunately, but we can try. Sorry guys, I'm just lowering down some track stuff and car stuff so I can get a bit more frame rates back. Okay, cool, okay. Your YouTube link below gives a 404. Does it really? You stuck Victor Alves sound onto the R35. It sounds so good. There's some there's one VR38 sound that is super loud. Really loud, and I'm not a fan of it. I think it's on Victor's S15, but I don't know if that's the same version he released publicly. Scoro live with the follow. Cool Josh as well with the follow. Abel with the follow. Myron with the follow. Conk. Betrayed. League of FDM. Jams. Oh yeah, we called you as well by Jams, by the way. Oh, with the follows. Thanks, guys. Bunch of followers. Okay, let's get back driving again. I wanted to make a few tweaks there to my settings to try and like improve frame rates, but I really don't know if it's gonna make a difference. Okay, we turned some stuff off. Let's see. Does that help? Is my 86 still alive? Oh, it's still available. How many people are on the server right now? I mean, there's no one in it. Apparently. I don't know, we'll see. GG stuff, Andrew. Well, at the start of the VOD, we did about 30 minutes of going through the track layout. How'd you bring down the snappiness of the cars? Anti-roll bar can help a bit with that, but it depends on your camber too. If you have a lot of negative camber up front, the car on low angle might be more inclined to not really do anything. And if you're on big angle, the car might want to transition. Chiron, if you do exclamation point server into the Twitch chat, now the game looks poopy. Yeah, I just turned off some extra things there, and we got some frame rates back, but the game looks absolutely horrible now. Anyway. Oh my god, it looks like freaking Minecraft. It looks bad, doesn't it, guys? Alan, you need to get a new graphics card. I know! Graphics is pretty good on initiation, and through the inner clip point here actually feels really good. Up towards clip point 3, very nice. Leave it early. Reach 4 a little earlier, leave that as well. Up towards the wall and tapping it on the wall, as they say. Sticking it nicely into the inner clip. Wow, that feels really good. Probably the S15 again, Avil. Unless you never know. I suppose we'll see what happens. We have about what 7-8 months till the season starts again. So maybe, hey, if we get manufacturer support, like I don't know, if Nissan's decide to sponsor us or partner with us, we'll probably have to run like a GTR or 370Z or something. So it really depends on what happens, to be honest. Not saying that that's happening, but Oh. Oh, Cormac's quite quick in the S15. Bro, sad times. Comp is fun and not again for 7 months. I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of happy that the competitions are kind of done for now. Because, yeah, I mean, to be honest, I was doing a lot of them. With the Driftmaster, so like literally every single weekend doing a competition. And as much as I love them, it does get a bit repetitive and gets a bit, how would you say it? Like boring? Or not boring, but frustrating, right? Because it's like, you just don't have a break. But I wouldn't change it for a thing in the world, honestly. I do enjoy it quite a lot. No, don't mess with that, don't mess with it. Dampers in this car are very soft, by the way. But anyway, oh, I can't even change the roll bars in this one. Oh, who's that in the Corvette? Okay, let's back off the camber a tad more. We might increase it some. There's something I want to do, guys. Just reduce the boot. What the hell? Okay, cool. This sponsors you. Would you go to DM Masters? I don't know. It's not about, oh, if this company sponsored or partnered. It'd be more like, yeah, would we have the funds to do it still, right? Obviously, like if a big company partners, the intention is to do the best competition possible for that partner, right? So like, it's important for me to like continue like creating content and doing other things, because obviously I won't be able to go everywhere in the world. But if I create video content and make streams like this, it will reach people majority around the world. So important. Your opinion, what is better, 350Z or 370Z? The 350Z is probably a better bang for buck. The 370Z in theory should be a better car, but hasn't really been proven yet. The lack of anti-aliasing here is kind of doing my eyes in, if I'm honest, guys. Oh, ouch. Back to pits again. Right, okay, so let's have a look at some chasing stuff, right? Who's this in the Supra? Drew. Alright, okay. Okay, that's gonna be weird. I don't know, how do we do chasing stuff? How will we approach this? But first of all, when it comes to chasing, guys, it's all dependent on what the it's all dependent on what that lead driver is doing, right? If they're doing the correct thing, if they're doing the correct line that we showed earlier, then chasing will be fairly easy, in theory, right? Other than having the speed. So it's really dependent on what that lead driver is doing. If the lead driver is doing a good job, you know, doing the correct line that the judges asked for, then you should have no issues chasing that person. There won't be much to say, right? But one thing I will say is, first of all, when you're chasing, is to be careful not to cut the corner here too much. Obviously, you're allowed to do it as a chase driver. One thing to be careful of is drivers angling up on transitions here. You might get caught with someone carrying a lot of angle on that transition. And I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but if you chase someone, and let's say they go to a transition, and they stay on the angle for a long time, or they actually add angle before the transition, what generally happens is you're kind of met with this wall, and you just don't know what to do. So, yeah, that's one of the things with drifting, is kind of understanding when someone could potentially do something like that. That's always a difficult thing to figure out. Oh look, here's Reese. Reese in the Supra. Reese has a kind of a soft spot for a Supra, actually. Oh my god, steering's bouncing off the GT86 not now in transition. Ah! stupid 2Js and turbo lag. Nora Yarrow and me, the best video idea. Hello, you beautiful face. What's up, Slide? How you doing, my man? What do you think the Brazilians need to improve? So I've said it to Victor before. I think he needs to carry a little bit less angle on a transition, because it's on the border of potential like impeding. Which other drivers are there? I think Augusto. I think he just struggles with nerves, but he's definitely improving a lot, especially last season. He did pretty well actually on Sunday. We're struggling to keep up with Reese here in the Supra. We need more grip, boys. Who else is there? Tandems with the beer can. I don't drink beer. Okay, how do we get more grip out of this? We need to keep up with that guy in the Supra. That why is the rear so low? What do we do there? I don't know how we lower that down so much. Anyway, maybe we're actually running the car too high. Let's lower it down a tad. Same on the rear. One thing I would say, guys, when it comes to car setup with the VDC cars, don't slam them to the ground. You can keep the stock right height if you really want. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, don't lower the car down to like 50 millimeters. It just ruins the purpose of it. Oh no, yeah, has the 32 with the beer can. Oh yeah, I remember now. Did you not drive last round in DVC? No, I didn't. So Drift Masters, they invited 8 real life drivers for every round of the first 4 rounds, and they brought in 24 sim drivers, and the top 8 of those 24 sim drivers for that particular round got the opportunity to compete in the final round. They qualified for the final round. Now, because I'm a real life driver in the real world, I was one of the invite drivers, of those 8 invite drivers. So I did the first 4 rounds, and then yeah, I didn't do the final one. What's the point when you should not just roll centers? You probably shouldn't change it if it changes your acumen level too much. So generally, when you increase the front right height of the car, it changes like you can change the acumen level. It can change like your camber gain and stuff like that if the front suspension is not correctly set up, I suppose. Where can you get this track, Mas Yuki? If you do exclamation point track, there should be a little link to that. Oh no, we tapped the wall. Increase the camber nerves, get a bit more grips. On the last car, so I have to drive through so much. So-called the real drifter said that SRO was harder than real life. Any truth to that? Yep, 100% truth. Instead of Corsair, drifting on video games in general, guys, is a lot harder than the real world. I've had people come to me like who are in VDC and it's like, hey Alan, I'm going to be driving a real car soon. What do I need to do to prepare for it? And I was like, you're already prepared. I guarantee you will pick it up in 3 laps. The guy actually went down and picked it up in the first lap. So people don't really believe me when sim drifters are literally going to take over the world, but you guys will. Dude, that Supra's so fast. The the Mark V Supra, the Mark IV Supra, and the BMWs are like some of the fastest like VDC drift cars. You would have thought that's the other way around. It's crazy. Yeah, man. The problem is with the virtual world is that you have so little like feel of the car, so it's kind of hard to kind of it's kind of hard to get an understanding of what's happening, right? Oh, I had to back. Oh my god. Right, let's go to cockpit view. Let's do a few runs in cockpit view, guys. Onboard settings. Where do we do? Reset. I'm just going to increase my field of view again. Let's seat our guy back. Radio. Someone's have to sit in front of me. Oh no, not really. I think we got a bit more frame rates from doing that, actually. Radio. Okay, so cockpit time. This might, guys, I might do a very bad job here. It's been a while since I used cockpit view in a competition style track and car. Into the white line. Transition across. Or towards the clipping point there. Actually, we're not doing a too bad job. Hang on, did I just jinx myself? No, I didn't jinx myself, guys. We're all good. No, we did. I jinxed myself. I should have said nothing. Do you use gloves to run? Yeah, I use gloves in a simulator. The main thing is, this is a suede, or was a suede steering wheel. And so these gloves, I actually prefer the feel of these gloves on the wheel. I felt like I had more control, so that's why I use them. HDK car? Yeah, I believe it's a HDK car, or something similar to it anyway. The amount of concentration level, oh my god, tap the wall again. But I mean, cockpit view is a lot more. Steering in this car is a bit heavier than the other one, or than the other VDC cars or DMV stuff. Do you know Fanatec? Yeah, I know Cairo. Yeah, he's 15, it's mad. Say where you're looking when driving. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's actually a good question. So I'm always looking at where the next clipping point is. So I'm already, I suppose, right now I'm looking for my transition point because the next clipping point is a while away. So I look at the clipping point, and just as I get to it, I'm already looking at where the next one is. Oh my god! Obviously, I'm not looking at the right place there. I mean, it's quite a common, quite a common thing that people or drivers say, especially when teaching. You don't want to look at where you're going, kind of, if that makes sense. You have to be careful where you're looking, because if, let's say, if you're looking at the wall, you'll probably end up in the wall. That's kind of the rule of thumb when people say it. But the thing is, you do actually have to look where you want to go, but you kind of want to time it right so that just before you get to it, you're already looking at your next place. I need to get one of those eye tracker thing, guys, because I think it'd be super interesting, especially when chasing and stuff, to really figure out where do you actually look. So like, I'm looking at this inner clip, now I'm already looking at the final clipping points. I cross the line, and then as I'm crossing the line, I'm kind of looking way further down the track, right, because that's the type of that corner, right? Instead of drifting on your 15th birthday. That's sick worlds. When you're using cockpit view, do you look at where the front of the car is? When chasing, is that what you mean? Right, okay, so let's go through the chicane here. So, as I'm going down the straight here, I'm looking for the first clipping point. I'm looking at it. No, I'm looking at clipping point 2 already. I'm now looking at my transition point, which is somewhere here in the middle. Already looking towards clipping point 3. I'm looking at clipping point 4 right now. Looking at clipping point 5 right now. Now, clipping point 5 is weird because obviously it's a wall, so you're kind of just looking at the same spot because it's consistent dark almost. Now looking at the final linear clipping point and at the finish line now again. So you kind of want to time it right so that you're kind of as you get to it, and I mean you're talking about like within a meter of getting to that place, you're already looking at the next spot, and you're relying on your peripheral vision to know where to look to next, right? And I suppose muscle memory too. I want to change that song, it's horrendous. Right, anyway, let's go through chicane. This car is super laggy. Do big angle run here. Flick it hard. Nice flick. Go towards clip point 3, full gas. Position down the back straight, full gas. Woo! Oh no, I tapped the wall. I think it'd be super interesting, right? And especially in VR. If that was possible to do it in VR or something like that, would be ideal. The problem with eye tracking, let's say on a single screen, like when I be thinking of eye tracking, I'd be thinking of trying to how to teach people as well in the real world where I'm looking too, right? Because, excuse me, if I'm on the roof camera and I'm using the eye tracker, I won't be looking at exactly the same spot as I would be in the cockpit camera, especially when chasing. I suppose when your lead runs, it probably would be the same points that you'd be looking at, right? So it's not as important. Chasing though would change a tiny bit because of course you're sitting lower down, so you need to look. You'll be looking at a more of a vague area. But when you're sitting on the roof and you're looking down, you can kind of see more than just the car, right? You can see, you know, if they're kind of getting away from you, you can see like the ground and stuff like that. Are you getting kicked for checksum? I don't know. Have you modified any of the cars? Have you downloaded the latest version of the VDC cars? It's possible you might have the older cars, man. I'm not sure why you would get checksum. If you just downloaded them out of the box without any changes, you shouldn't have any checksum issues. Trying to, but don't work. That's interesting, Ian. I'm not sure why that's the case. Like there was been the only version of Mondello that's released. Like the pro drivers might have a different version of Mondello, but that was changed, so it shouldn't be that. Oh my god, the VDC cars did have an update, like maybe around January time, a second update, but you know that's months ago. And the DMVC stuff, that hasn't been updated since they released it, you know, what? February was it, or January? Linear clipping point, late, looking at transition points, and looking at clipping point 3, now looking at clipping point 4, looking at clipping point 5. Oh, nice angle on the wall. Lost a load of speed though. Now looking at clipping point 6. Now 7. Now the final one. And across the line. Should we try a different car, guys? If any of you want my setup for the GT86, I don't know, clip it or something, whatever suits. But that is it if you want to try it. It's not the quickest of setups, honestly. The car could be a little bit quicker, but it seems to be quite drivable. Okay. What car next? I might try the Corvette, actually. Guys, I have a soft spot for a Corvette, honestly. So guys, when it comes to this teaching stuff, we can do more than competition stuff. The only reason why I'm doing competition track tonight is because it's something that I have a lot more knowledge in, right? But we can do normal tracks as well in the future. So on a Wednesday, when we look at doing, we could look at doing, let's say, a Meehan training session or whatever, and how to approach Meehan correctly or whatever, you know what I'm saying? How I would do it. Now, of course, because I trained so much for the competition stuff, I have a little bit more knowledge off the bat. Whereas I would have to do a bit more thought process for, let's say, Mihan, because I don't drive it all the time. I'm doing good, Ranso. How you doing, my man? Does damper gain do much on a T300? So, Worlds, good question. So I actually would use, there's two different, it depends on the size of the steering wheel, right? If you've got a big boy, like this guy right here, you might want to turn the damper up on the T300. But if you've got the smaller one, the stock wheel, you might want to turn the damper off. It's simply to do with the, you know, the weight of the wheel and, you know, the extra leverage that you have. We've got a few followers. Cat Jam Live with the follow, Status Unknown with the follow, and Levy Jay-Z with the follow, and RYZEN14 as well. Thank you guys, welcome to the channel. Alright, so let's increase our camber here. Or, camber, what am I? Alan, are you, you know, like... yeah, clearly. I don't know, I was just talking to myself there. Okay, so Corvette stuff. Corvette has a weird, not weird, it's the wrong way to say it. It's got a bit of anti-squat in the rear of it, so it means it gains camber differently to, let's say, the S15 or the, potentially even the GT86 too. But for this particular car, I think I'm just going to drive it with those tire pressures for now. We go cockpit view, because we'll do cockpit view first, and we'll go to the cockpit. We'll do roof cam first, and we'll go to the cockpit view in a little bit. What's up, Lucy? Hey, what's up, Retro? Got stock 270 going. Oh, right, okay, I got you. Yeah, so with the stock 270 or even 300mm steering wheel, you can yeah, you can run that damper, or you can run without the damper. Sorry. Oh. Alright, you can run without the damper. But if you got the big wheel like this, you might want to run the damper on. Like for example, Alana's steering wheel, she's got the Sparco, you know the Sparco R3 A3 wheel? Alana actually got a T300 recently, I gave her the one that I had here. We put the damper on that and it actually felt much better. So, I would say if you've got the, you got like the stock Thrustmaster wheel, run the damper off. Sorry, no, oh my god, I was so wrong. Actually, Alana, can you remember, did we put the damper on it or did we take it off? I think we took it off with the stock, you remember in Content Manager? Oh yeah, you can check. Yeah, I think she was running no spring as well on the settings. Anyway, yeah, so that's something I would suggest with the Thrustmaster stuff. Oh my god, that was a weird... That was very weird. Why did the steering shock like that? We're going to IKEA. Can you drive the S15 next? We can do indeed. It'll be under settings. You got it set to 0 with the big wheel. Yeah, okay, or with the stock wheel. Yeah. Yeah, so with the stock Thrustmaster wheels, guys, I recommend running 0 damper on the Piri. You know, in the Content Manager settings, you can enable like extra settings. You want to set that damper to 0 with the stock Thrustmaster wheel. Car's driving a bit weird right now. I have to do some setup stuff. But if you got the big boy wheel, set that boy to 100, and then yeah, good Gucci. Zachary with the 15 tip of the €15. Thank you, Zachary. Thank you for the tips, tuning in more often. Thank you, Zachary. To be honest, man, this is pretty much the first time we've done a proper, like, I suppose, like a helping video or tip video, I suppose, or tip stream, you know? Tip stream, that's not the right way to say it. What's the best way to say this, guys? Like, tutorial stream? So we'll try and do more in the future, but obviously I could run out of this stuff very quickly if I do too much, right? So we might have to do, when it comes to tracks stuff, we might have to start implementing, you know, normal tracks as well. So we might do every second weekend or every second week. What do you see when chasing some car road or what? A bit of everything, to be honest, Irvin. You kind of have to be careful when chasing because you could very easily like aim lock into a certain place, but you may not be paying attention to what that driver might be coming up to. Does that make sense? So for example, if they're doing a transition and if your aim locks straight to, let's say, their door, you might not be able to see that a dog might be running across the track. Now, a dog will never run across the track, let's be real. But it does help a lot when you could see a little bit ahead of the lead driver and you can then predict what they're going to do much easier. And that's one of the biggest things in chase driving, is predicting what that lead driver is going to do. And that's not always the easiest thing. So, yeah, just being able to pay attention, kind of realize that, look, I don't have to aim lock on his door, but I can just, you know, I can look at his door or look at a point on the car that I want to look at and then look ahead. You can kind of find a point of where you're probably in the finding that you don't even concentrate so much on his door, but you might be looking a little bit over his hood or something like that to see, you know, keeping him in your peripheral vision. So again, that's one of those type of videos, or one of those like really good purposes for the eye tracker. But yeah, you're kind of wanting to look at like in front of the door area. But again, it depends as well on a couple of other factors too when you're chase driving. I'm trying to get this up to 90 mil again, same right height that we had earlier. Just reinstalled. I hope you didn't reinstall all the game. You didn't need to do that. Oh, you got in? Did you get in? Hang on, let's see. Did Ian get in or is he being kicked again? Prayers in chat for Ian. Let's see. Does he get in? Okay, that feels... Okay, we just added more grip into the car, so it didn't really make a massive difference on how it drove. Steering's a bit wonky, boys, in this thing. Is Ian in? Oh, it looks like Ian has gotten in. Where is he? Here's Ian. Ian's in the server. How can we have the track boosted? Check out exclamation point server if you want to get it. I don't know. Is it on YouTube as well, Alana? Is it the command? Maybe does it add commands for both channels when you do it on one side? Oh, you have to add the both. Okay. Your website is not set up or something. I'm not sure what you mean by Nico. What you mean, Nico? Sorry, my man. Steering is a bit notchy in this car right now. Not sure why. Pretty good there. So, yeah, I'm not sure why this car feels so notchy. I don't know if you notice the steering when I go to transition, the thing like skips. Wish you had a game right now. Oh, that's unfortunate, Chulo. Yeah, man, this game is a lot of fun. Takes a bit like you kind of to make a lot to make a use out of the game. You kind of need to have steering wheel and stuff. Not like this. This steering wheel is more than enough. You know, like a Thrustmaster or Logitech is still quite good. Some people use a mouse and keyboard too. So if you're a PC user already, you could try that. But I think that requires a bit of setup, and I don't know if it's worth it. I've never tried it. Yeah, steering is not great. I think it's the dampers, if I'm honest, guys. Dampers, when it comes to setting up dampers, chat, it's a lot of voodoo. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, let's lower down the bump. Let's see what that does for us. I didn't try that. Just like me. HynesZ.com. Oh, really? Is it down? Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that. Thank you for pointing that out, Nico. Is that the case for you as well, Alana, is it? The Shopify. HynesZ.com, it's down. Oh. That feels a bit better, actually. By the way, guys, sorry for the game looking like crap. I need to get a new PC badly, or a new graphics card mostly. I don't know, should I just buy one temporarily just to get me going until like the 3080s and stuff come down in price, but... Right, so Corvette time, still a bit twitchy on the steering, I'm not sure why that's the case. Oh, for you, is it? Discard link is invalid. Oh, that's the old Discord link. I've been meaning to update that. I knew it was something I had to change. Might be your problem, Nico. HynesZ was the Shopify prompts you to... It brings you straight there, does it? Okay, that's interesting. What is that clear circle near telemetry? This guy? This is my steering wheel. That was... I kind of had that on stream when I didn't have a wheel cam. Or did I have always a wheel cam? I think I always had a wheel cam. My way back home. You know what we'll do? We're gonna lower this down. Lower the camera, let's see what that's like. There is a sweet spot for camber, and I think I might have gone too low, but we'll see. Yeah, I've developer apps at the moment turned off due to frame rates, because dev apps kind of take a good chunk of frame rate, so when I do need them, I do turn them on alright, but I don't have them turned on right now, unfortunately. Come on, Carl, go! No, that's not, reducing the camera is not the way to go anyway. Car Engineer app recalculates your damping ratios when you change damper or spring. No, I've never used that app. I don't believe. I have used telemetry and stuff to gather like info on like my Ackerman, some other bits and pieces. Yeah, Alan, is a Thrustmaster TMX Pro a good wheel for setup? Hey, chat, what one is the better Xbox version of the wheel? Is it the TX or the TMX? I think the TX is the one that's the better one, and then the TMX is basically a T150, right, guys? Oh man, this thing hangs on angle quite badly. It doesn't really have much forward bite. It just likes to hang on angle and not really go anywhere. Bit short on the clipping point there. You could expand your horizons. Gotta go. Good night, Andrew. The TX is better. Yeah, the TX is the better one, right? Is your wheel far lighter than normal in a real car, or you just ripped and have power in the arms? Yeah, man, I'm ripped. Have you seen me? Good question. So the this steering wheel actually spins faster than a real car. So this, if anything, having a direct drive is a little unrealistic. I think a good middle ground is like a Fanatec 2.5 or like a TSPC. They're about 6 to 7 Newton meters of torque, and that's about what I would think a drift car steering rotation speed is, right? Or like power steering. My S14 Oh, sorry, not minus 14. This particular steering wheel is 10 Newton meters, but I don't have it turned up all the way. I have it turned on quite a bit. So yeah, this one's 10 Newton meters, but I think this is probably running like 7 because I've turned it down. Then the DD is the only right way to go. Direct drive wheel, drive reduction wheels are too slow. Yeah, Glenn, for the most part, I think though the top end ones like the CSL, the CSW 2.5, and the TSPC are well up there for sure. But yeah, they're just lacking a small bit in, I suppose, a bit of speed, which, yeah, it would be nice to have it, right? Yeah, I think we have a bit too much camber on the front now. We'll go back to what it was at. Okay, I want to make a change. So we need to raise it up to 90. I want to keep the right height on the front and the rear the same. Change your act one level. Right, okay, let's try that. And oh my god, what was my camera set to here, guys? Can't remember. So this car has a massive anti-squat on the rears, or has a, not massive, but has a bit of anti-squat on the rear, so they run negative camber, not so much positive. You see it's elite, and I always wonder how yours runs so smooth a reduction. Let's take your hand off on rotation. So you probably have it turned up too much, James. Oh my god, that was weird. Why did it do that? I braked and so much brake force to the front. Oh, that feels way better. So like, I purposely turned down my force feedback because I don't need it that high. Zach Roberts for the YouTube sub. AJTV with the follow as well. Thank you so much, guys. You've always wanted to drive a full driving setup, but it's too expensive. Yeah, your best choice is to maybe go to like a car show or something. I don't know if there's a car show in your area, but they would be a good shout. Like, you know, those big massive car events and stuff. Okay, chat. I want to make a change. Why, when I braked, did the wheel try to kill me? It squatted so much in the front. Should I? So that is probably fast bump, if anything. Try that. Get this track PS4 or just PC people? Yeah, unfortunately, any content that you see on a Seto is most likely on PC. So you probably wouldn't be able to get it on PS4 or Xbox, unfortunately. Oh, steering's much smoother now. Yeah, steering's way better, guys. Bit of fast bump on the front. Up towards the curb here, nice. Click it into the inner clip, yes. It's probably a little too nice in the front now, but it's good for this kind of driving. 2J or RB, 100% 2JZ, but the RB wins on sound. RB28 wins on sound, not an RB25. RB25s, they don't scream as much. You can make them scream, but they sound a bit too ear piercing. An RB28 sounds a bit more refined and a bit more nutty, and it has to rev out to like 9,000 RPM. I would say you actually have to drive like an RB a lot more than a JZ. Like my JZ, even in the current car, which has about 550 flywheel horsepower, it is so linear, it is so progressive. Like, I don't even need to use the clutch. I can, once I get going and initiate, I can really modulate my throttle input. But with an RB, it seems like you kind of have to do a lot more work with the throttle, and that's just due to the lack of torque and displacement, really. Have I driven any LS car? I don't think I've driven an LS car. I'm just trying to think what I have driven, what I haven't. Compare it to. Oh! Knockout! Kapow! No, Ryan literal hates you. I mean, instead of like putting a JZ, he decides to buy a billet block for his drift build, and a billet block is like 10,000 freaking dollars or the euros. So yeah, he's got my new engine that I'm building is not even that much money. You lag? Oh, all good, Johan. Right, I'll do one more run on the roof camera and then we'll switch. Oh, my ping is 90. Why is my ping going up? Is the chat okay, or is it just the server is just taking a bit of a crap? Is anyone else's ping in the server going up, guys? Or is it just me? It's probably just me, is it? Yeah, this Corvette wouldn't be as quick as the S chassis. Okay, let's do the VDC 186. I have actually, I had to do a lot of work on the gearing on that car. I felt like it was super long. Let's go to cockpit camera for a bit. Reset. That Discord link is still wrong in the YouTube Nightbot. Brilliant. Oh, chat! This is going to be... I'm going to get the steering wheel, like the VDC steering wheel. Oh my god, that just hyped me up. I just remembered that the prize for winning VDC was a Grip Royal, like VDC steering wheel. That's fucking sick, I can't wait. I'm going to put that up on the stream, that'd be sick. I'm never going to use it. I might put it on stream once and then just hang it back up again. Oh no, I can't look left or right because the wrap. Oh my! Oh, hello. Sound of the Warthog S15 are so good IRL. Yeah, this sounds sick. And James runs the same type of like engine or sound. Oh my god, he runs the same sound file as he does on the Warthog S15. He runs the same similar exhaust on the E92, and I think even on the new S14. So they all sound nuts. Oh, dirt dropping. I can't even see the wall, chat. I don't even know where I am. I'm scared. I feel uneasy not knowing where the wall is in cockpit view. Nizgog with the follow. Mac Farlow as well with the follow. Welcome to the channel, guys. Thank you for the follow. V8 time. I wish. I'm putting a 2J into this Corvette if I ever get one. No, I can't even take the right line. I don't even know where I am on the track, guys. I'm lost. Right, shall we try another car? Because I don't know. Actually, I know how to fix this. One second. I know how to fix this. Haha, cheats. Or just hit higher. This is how I'd imagine it feel like to be, you know, 7 foot tall in the Corvette. Oh, I have driven an LS before, guys. Chat, I'm so stupid. I have drifted an LS car before. I drifted a C6Z06 Corvette with a LS. I assume it was an LS7 in it. The Project Academy have one in Dubai. That car was sick. Ah! Looking forward to seeing you in the Irish series if we get one this year. Awesome, thank you, Mark Fallow. Appreciate that comment, man. Obviously, your famous camera. What famous camera? Oh, the roof camera? Ah, dude, I'm just switching between them right now. Oh my god, we start off in the car and roof camera, and then we change to cockpit afterwards. We're spinning. Oh my god, I can barely even drive. What the hell am I doing? I'm not doing a good job right now, guys. Oh, why is the light on? Yeah, it messes up the camera brightness and stuff. I think it looks better. Oh, I didn't even pay attention. Right, we'll swap into a different car. We might try the S15 next that we have on the screen right here. Well, the green light is not on. That's probably not helping. Oh. Okay, so S15. Okay, try that S15. I don't like it though. You know what we'll do? We'll drive the 180SX. I don't think there's any S15s available. Nope, there isn't. Oh, I'm not even sharing my screen. Oh. So, chat, what do you think? Did you find the kind of running through of the Mandela track? Was that interesting for you guys? Did you like it? Are you going to do BDC, any BDC this year? Are you going to want to hope? Yeah, it's on the cards. We try and do something in the UK this year. Again, look, it all depends. As you guys probably all know, there's that stupid thing going on right now, so we can't really do anything, unfortunately. Oh my god, look how terrible it looks. Looks like I painted this car with a crayon. Okay. Yeah, we're on the roof for this car as well. Okay, so we're going to increase the tire pressure again. There's a reason why I increased tire pressures. Explain in the video, hopefully coming soon. What else have we got? We're going to leave the camber as it is. We're in 3 degrees caster. Let's back off the toe. We don't need that much toe in on the rear. There must be McFarlow. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I haven't talked to Dwayne or Kevin in over a year. It's mad, like, when you don't drive for ages, it's actually crazy how so many people you don't really communicate as much, you know what I'm saying? Because I would have seen those guys at least, you know, 5 times a year. Maybe a little bit more often, depending on activities that were going on and stuff. But now, yeah. Okay, let's just drive it, guys. I was just going to do some setup stuff, but I think I'm just going to leave it. Your Discord link isn't for Discord. Yeah, guys, the Nightbot Discord link and the Discord link, I think in the description are wrong. I need to fix that. I just completely forgot. I'll have to do it after the stream. I'll remember to do it. This camera's back. It's mad, chat, but like majority of the people that watch now kind of prefer this camera over a cockpit camera. I suppose even in general. Oh my god, this car is super boaty. Oh, okay, massive crash. Kinda, not really. Okay, so one thing I want to change. This car is a bit soft on the front. You can feel it going. You can feel it going. You know, like this all around the place. I want to do one change. I want to see, can reducing the bump on the rear make it go faster? This one is Mondello, I suppose. Linus, is that your name? Good night, William. I was down with Darren a few weeks back. He said you're an alright pilot and that he'd beat you. You'd want to get onto him. Oh, to Darren? Darren McNamara? Look at Irish Drift Championship 2018, top 32. I faced Darren. I suppose you're on about Darren McNamara, right? Oh my god, I'm not even paying attention. Okay, let's just crash. Thanks to binge watching your old T500 videos, I'm getting better. Oh, that's sick. Yes, Linus. Yeah, Johan. I think the Wednesday streams initially were kind of about like just doing like a community Matsuri thing, but I think we could still do that kind of whole vibe, but actually have more of a purpose to the stream, right? So I'll definitely do a lot more stuff like this in the future. What do you want to teach me? Well, at the start of the stream, we went through this track layout and how you guys need to go through it. So if you're interested in that, you could check it out at the start of the stream. Up to you. I shouldn't do that. Oh, I just hit my foot off the gas pedal. Ah, that's sore. Come on, show your field of view for once in the fraud. My field of view is never private, Captain. It's 65. Always been 65. Oh. Yo, what's up? Chaser. 65, noted. Alright, let's try some more tunes, guys. What should we listen to right now? Synthwave, how does that sound? Oh. I was getting poly bushes off in front of my car. You're not missing. Only winding me up. Yeah, he better, because I'd be one phone call away from him saying, like, you know, what are you talking about, boy? Nah. Darren's actually my cousin, so it would be very normal for us to be giving each other shit, you know. Oh, I did that badly. No, go away. I think I just broke the car by doing that. Okay, I need to figure out the front of it is super. Maybe it needs a higher bump bit on the front. I think it's more rebound. If anything, that's kind of affecting it. Try that. I swear I haven't driven with you in pro cars since winter's November. Yeah, it's been a while. I've been trying to kind of stay out of the pro cars for a hot minute because yeah, it does kind of get a bit boring, right? Like doing the same, like you do a week, you do like you do some driving, and you're driving a comp car, and then like literally a few days later you're in your other comp car driving. It gets a bit repetitive. Oh. Oh. Because this is racetrack and perception is different. Oh my god, sorry guys, I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Let's chase in Drew here. Whoa. Super bouncy on the front. But towards the wall and across the line. And is this the Camod VDC 2.0? Yeah, so this is, I think this is actually 2.1. You always crash when I say something. I know I'm reading chat and I'm not really paying attention to what's happening in front of me. Right, we'll probably do another 20-minute session, guys, or another 20 minutes. Yeah, the car is not very responsive. So let's figure. So we have quite a stiff spring right in front, so that should be okay. And everything else seems to be fine. What I think I might do is I might just back off the camber a tad. We don't need that. Everything else looks pretty good. It's just the front of it is like this, you know. It's quite annoying. And we'll just do that as well. Okay, let's try that. Let's keep increasing it until it feels a bit better. Oh, the different field of view stuff. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Edge kill. Oh. Go on the grass to see if virtual Mondello crucify you for like the. Yeah, every time you drop a wheel into this version of Mondello, like, yeah, you get charged, I don't know, like €1,000. You put like the tire barriers at the edge of the track, right? For the utmost realism. For the frame skippage there. Oh, understeering there. Tapping walls and we're in the wall. Oh, brilliant. High five! We got Andreas. Is that to join the server? Have the same value on the rears. Like, I don't even think I did the same value. I actually did that. 18 and 20. Gee. Who's your favorite opponent, IRL or sim? In real life, I've never really got to battle James, honestly. So definitely not James. So an opponent I've actually driven with. That's actually a really good question. I can't really think of anyone off the top of my head. In real life. In the sim... Oh my god, we see any... So like, it's really hard, right? Because there's a lot of opponents that I drive against in the sim, and I really want to beat them, okay? And you of course you want to beat them, but you don't want to battle them, so it's like they're not really your favorite opponent. So like my favorite opponents are people that like crash, so that I don't have to worry as much. Yeah, I don't know. That's the stressful part, is when you're battling someone that's good, and you have a great battle with them. You're generally nervous at the start, right? Because it's like it's someone that could actually beat you and knock you out. So I don't really know. Do I have a favorite opponent? I suppose some of my favorite battles. Oh my god. Probably with Reese and Tikan are probably some of the people I have in my favorite battles. One of my greater chase runs was probably against Winters and Okayama, I'd say. Oh. Oh, I tried to avoid. famous quote. I hope it won't be. Was James Dean fun to drive with? Not really, because James just pulled away from me. I was doing so much half gassing to try and keep up. The thing with James, right, is that he's so easy to chase, right? Like he should be, because he's one of the best lead drivers out there, and he does exactly what the judges want. So like anyone chasing him think that they can beat him, because he makes it so easy for them. But in reality, they probably never will, because that's not good enough. You can't just beat James in the chase position. You have to also beat him in the lead, and that's literally impossible. Because the only reason why they're able to potentially beat him in the chase is because his lead is so strong. He makes it so easy for the chase driver to chase him. It's actually hard to time them when you have 48 frames per second. Oh. Oh! Is it because he has more power? It's partly the reason why. He's running a better suspension setup on the rear. He's got a better suspension setup on the rear, and he's probably got the power to make use out of that grip, you know what I'm saying? Whereas I have to be careful. If I add too much grip into my car, I won't be able to spin the wheels, because it's only got 550. I say only 550 horsepower is still a lot of power, especially in Ireland anyway. In the UK, it's more than enough. But when you have 700 horsepower and you can have the grip that makes the use out of that power, yeah, that's much more of an advantage to you than 500 horsepower and the optimal amount of grip for that power. A run for his money? I would like to think so, Captain. I wouldn't say, I don't want to turn around and say, oh, it's my car is the only reason why I can't beat him. I'm sure there's a lot of experience things that I need to figure out in my real life side of things. But how I look at it is, and some people might agree or disagree with kind of what I'm going to say, but I can finish top 4 in a sim competition, or even top 8 with not with much stress, right? I can do well in sim competitions against everyone in the world, okay? In cars that are on the same tires, cars that are in the basically same as mine, right? And the only difference between my car and someone else's virtual car is the engine, or sorry, is the setup of the car. So like the alignment and the driver, right? That's literally the only difference in reality. Whereas in real world, not only are you battling James Dean as a driver, but you're also battling his 10 plus years of car setup knowledge or whatever on that particular S chassis. You're also battling his reliability, which is unbelievably good for his drift team, or for his team or whatever. And so you're battling much more than just car and driver. You're battling a lot more than that. So yeah, I feel basically what I'm saying is, because of my decent success in sim, I feel like I can replicate that in the real world too. Obviously, it's yet to be 100% proven, but I feel like it's possible. James Dean parties hard. Could you try using 1080 degrees? It'd be fun to watch. Ever seen someone use it with VDC cars? Yeah, I could try it. I'll turn it up right now. So as you can see, we're set to turn this up to. So we're at 900 right now, as you can see. 1080. No, that didn't do anything. This is a terrible song. I won't. Why can't I? What I want. Oh. So we're set to 1080 degrees right now. So that's 900. Oh, it's still 900. What the fuck? Okay, now we're 1080. So that's 900, and that's the extra. What is it? 90 degrees, right? Okay, I haven't driven 1080 in years. Hit me. Server's getting really laggy though, so I don't know will I be able to drive it that well. How much does car setup knowledge transfer over to IRL in your experience? Oh shit. Well, I'll soon find out because I've spent a lot more time as of in the last year, I suppose, with all the free time I've had, into car setup and kind of trying to understand everything. So I'm hoping that a lot of my knowledge, even in terms of not even so much alignment stuff, but even just figuring out like dampers. So if I ever get, let's say, if the pro car, which it will eventually get like a 2-way or 3-way damper, that I'll have a decent understanding of what each of the 3 different types of like fast bump, and compression or whatever, compression and rebound will do, and when I need to adjust them. So I'm hoping that will play a lot. But we'll see. To be honest, it's not like copying and pasting setups across. It's more to do with understanding what to change when something is doing something, and figuring out how to eliminate that problem. Oh my god, that's horrendous. I think of V8 engines. V8 engines are quite cool. I've nothing against them. I'll just try to do a chase run. The 1080 degrees is going to take me just a hot minute to get used to. I think I need to change the in-game AC settings as well to 1080, which I didn't do right now. Yeah, I think this car setup is a bit too snappy for 1080 degree steering. Apart from obviously tires, what you would consider to be the most or some of most important sponsorships to secure? That's a case-by-case basis, to be honest, McFarlow, because you could find a sponsor in from someone or from a company, and they might not have nothing to do with, let's say, vehicles, and they could provide you, let's say, all the funding that you need to be able to build your race car, right, or your car. But tires and I suppose fuel are the most expensive costs in running a drift car, as you can imagine. But fuel only becomes a massive problem if you have a very expensive car, right? If you have a very expensive engine. So yeah, I suppose the most expensive part is depending on what you want to do, really. It's probably more yeah, I don't know. Oh, that hurt. That actually hurt my hand. What is better, supercharger, procharger, or turbo? I personally like turbo more. I've never used... Have I used? No, I've never used a supercharger. I've never drifted with a supercharger powered car before. But I know, I just think turbo is better, honestly. I've no reason to believe it. I just think it would be better. There we go, using 1080-degree steering. Have you seen Dave's Drift Games new arc set? No, I didn't. Any tips for an OK drifter? Usually don't qualify so good. So Luke Sack, if you just have a look at the start of this video, there's a pretty decent, like, I like to think it's pretty decent, but like, you know, we kind of go through this track layout and how to improve driving on it, and that should help a lot with maybe this particular track layout. And then you could transfer that knowledge to other tracks as well. Not exactly, but it might put you in the right mindset of what to look out for and how to know when to do something. What's up, Augusto? In which way direct drive is better than CSL, for example, when 7 newton meters enough? It's just smoother, man. Like you can max out your CSL at 7 newton meters. But it won't be as smooth, and it won't be as light as this. So this is the 10 newton meter steering wheel, but I've turned it down, right? So it allows me to have a lighter steering and while still having the detail and speed that I need. You got some tips for a rookie? So there's this Twitch streamer, he goes by the name of the Drifter95. Check him out. His name is Andreas. I got an app. Yeah, it's a digital dash. It's called P Dash. You can get it on Race Department. Obviously, I have a custom skin in my one, so you can't have the custom skin. But oh, running wide. I can't really I'm gonna change back. I think I have to do to make 900 1080 degrees work properly. I have to change it in Content Manager, really make use out of it. So, why has this not updated? Oh. There we go. Right, guys, a few more runs. We're gonna call it there for tonight. My FPS has been absolutely horrendous. It's been hard to drive, but I don't know. We'll have to make some improvements soon. Maybe it's the stream that I need to make some changes on. Even just trying to transition for corners and stuff. My game, I can just tell that the low frame rate, right? Oh my god, fuck's sake, I can't even do a lead run anymore. Getting kind of frustrated. Your name is Oscar. Hello, Oscar, how are you? Oh, in neutral, that's probably not a good gear to be in. Love my videos? Thank you, man, appreciate that. Full concentration. Oh, why are you crashing into me? Why? Must be really hard even on a direct drive. At 1080 degrees, it shouldn't be. I just think I have to. So I believe that Acero has this weird thing that everything must be matched, and anything over 900 degrees gets kind of weird. So I have a theory, and it might just be on the Thrustmaster thing, But I have a theory that if you design a car at 900 degrees, you have to run it at 900 degrees. Otherwise, if you scale it up the degree rotation, you kind of get a weird vagueness sometimes. Oh, excuse me. Okay, chat. We're gonna leave it for tonight. Oh, what's it trying to tell me? Dan's gonna say goodbye too. Say hello, go. And check out the socials, exclamation point socials. What? Exclamation point socials. Not long enough. That's what. Yeah, chat, we're gonna leave it there for tonight. We'll be back on Friday. We might do, let's try Drift on Friday. We should do that again. I think we did it a couple of weeks ago, didn't we? 2 weeks ago. Yeah, that should we should do that again. So we'll probably end up doing that again. That was a lot of fun last time. Other than that, guys, we will be back again on Friday, like I said. Tomorrow will be a very interesting video. Keep an eye on the YouTube channel for that. Speaking of keep an eye on the YouTube channel, check us out, HynesZ on YouTube. HynesZ as well on Facebook, and HynesZ as well on Instagram. You can find us all there. Exclamation point socials will get you onto all of those places in chat. Other than that, guys, we'll talk to you guys very soon.